It is 420. Sasha Emmons from Today's Parent joining us today. 420, of course, the celebration of cannabis. And today's parent taking a look, Sasha, at moms and the problems they face if they do light up.
Well, we really talked to moms and dads, and really what we found is that with legalization on the horizon, the stigma is starting to go away a little bit, and more parents are saying, yeah, I do this. I'm going to come out of the closet and say, this is a regular habit for me. Parenting is really stressful. I mean, anyone who's a parent knows that, and a lot of the parents that we talked to said that this really helps them take the edge off. It can help them get into the mindset that they need to be present and play with their kids and be silly with their kids. So a lot of them said it actually makes them a better parent.
Was it hard to find parents, or were there more than you expected that kind of were ready to admit that, yeah, they do smoke?
Well, it wasn't hard to find parents who say that they do it, but they all wanted to be anonymous. Even though the stigma is decreasing, it is still illegal for the next year or so. So we did talk to Children's Aid, and they said they wouldn't go after someone who's a recreational user, but still, anytime you're talking about kids and what is still technically an illegal drug, you have to be a little bit careful. So they did all wish to be anonymous.
Probably not a bad idea, at least for another year, right? And then they can come out of the closet.
Exactly.
It's a difficult thing. I mean, I know parents who do smoke with their kids, and they've seemed to find the balance. I mean, they've acknowledged that it's there and they know it, but not everybody can easily do that.
Well, I think it really depends on the age of your kids. If your kids are little, probably too early to have the conversation, and make sure that you hide it, and you're not leaving your pot brownies out where they can accidentally ingest it. As your kids are older, one of the parents that we talked to said this is the kind of conversation she's going to have with her kids. There are things that adults get to do, and here's something that parents do to relax. One of them is drink wine. Another one might be to use pot. And that's okay. There are things that adults can do that kids can't do, and when you're grown up, you can make your own decisions.
And some of the parents you were talking to said it actually helped them relate, right, to their kids?
Yeah, absolutely. Or really just get into the mindset of being loose. It can be very hard to leave all the to-dos and the stresses of your adult life behind and get into a playful mood with your kids. And the parents that we talked to said, they do it maybe after their kids are in bed, or they make sure that they know how they would get to the hospital, they wouldn't drive stoned or anything like that. But that hanging out with their kids, they actually had more fun. They could jam on the drums. They could just kind of get into that silly mindset.
Interesting, and the numbers, I was kind of surprised. I thought they might be a little hard, but there's still big numbers on how many Canadians have tried marijuana or use it.
Well, according to Stats Canada, 3.4 million Canadians use it, but 6 in 10 are actually in favor of the Trudeau's legalization. So it really is starting to become more mainstream and more accepted. And really, the stigma goes hand in hand with the law. And so we're expecting to see, now that it's legal, that the stigmatizing will go down.
Sasha, thanks very much for joining us today. Sasha Emmons, the editor-in-chief of Today's Parent, talking about parents who smoke marijuana and what to do when it comes to their kids.